Good Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, maybe.
Happy Sunday, Penguin. How's yours going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Can't complain. Excited to. The weather is still nice, so I may yet again go outside for the second day in a row.
Don't get used to it.
No, I won't.
Ragnarok is upon us.
Yeah.
We'll give a shout out to our viewer. 123778888, whatever.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, exclamation.
All right, so today is a Heroes and Villains Day on the
Yeah.
MasterBrews Minute Plus. And while we don't have anything to visually show you, we thought it'd be a good idea to discuss just a little bit, not much, just a little bit of the actual game mechanics and how a few things will work in the game.
Cool.
For those who are interested. So, a lot of people, wondered, is there going to be character levels? Are there going to be XP points? How is that part going to work? So we can announce that, yes, each character will have an individual level, whereas you can build them up separately, despite the fact your campaign is shared. Mm-hmm. So meaning if I'm in campaign and I'm playing with my character and I'm at, stage 5, and I get stuck, yes, I can go acquire another character who's higher powered. I could swap one in, as long as they're the same alignment. So at least for the initial chapter, hero and villain storylines are completely separate, as are the campaign states. So I cannot have my villain come help my hero. That's not something they usually do. Now, maybe in the future, though, when we have things out like alliances, they might have a common enemy and there might be a common purpose, but definitely not for chapter 1 and definitely not for the early upcoming chapters. Right. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And then about abilities, people were wondering, how all that's going to work. So you'll start off being able to attack. You'll be able to use your summons should you happen to have a sidekick and henchman by then. And those are the only two really kind of basic things you can do until you reach level 5. When your character is level 5, they unlock their first special ability, which will be kind of a power that obviously relates to their power, with a cooldown. So you can't spam it every turn. These are going to be, powerful attacks, or perhaps it won't be an attack. It might be a buff. It might be something healing. It might be defensive. It really depends on what your power is. At level 10, you're going to unlock a race ability. So the race ability, similar to a power, but it's based on your race. So meaning all demons will have the same race ability, all elves will have the same race ability as each other, and so on and so forth. And at level 15, you'll unlock your ultimate ability. Now, your ultimate ability can be considered basically your power ability, a second one. Typically, it's going to be much, much stronger. It's going to take longer to build up and cool down. But I'd imagine that in most cases, it might attack, let's say your single ability attacks one enemy, your ultimate probably attacks every enemy, or heals, stronger, just in general is something that would match the term ultimate ability. So this is, not something that people should be unfamiliar with if they've played other RPG games. Well, everyone does it a little differently. That is how ours is going to work and how ours is defined.
Cool. That's a lot of great information.
So what would you like your ultimate ability to be, Penguin? If you were a character, the Penguin.
X-ray vision?
Yeah, the wicked waddle.
Yeah. Well, then I only have one question, which you probably can't answer. Mm-hmm. When play?
Can't answer. But no, everything is moving along very nicely. We hope we're going to start now, just like Whelps has been getting art to show every couple of days. Yeah. We're about to get to that point, hopefully really soon. So that'll be more exciting. We'll be able to show people what's going on the art side, because a lot of everything up till now has been logistics on the back end. Right. It is a more complicated game to figure that stuff out versus Whelps. So Whelps has tokenomics, it has racing logic, but in an RPG there's a lot more logic balancing. How much experience do you get per fight? Does it diminish when you repeat the same fights? How does it balance if you're a stronger character versus a weak character? Because if you're weaker, you should get a better reward beating a tough level than if the level's simple because you're level 20 and you decide to go play stage 1 for some reason. So all those type of things, item drops and whatnot, it is a lot more complicated and was a lot more work. And I would say it's a good 80% of the way done, 85% done, and just being finalized on a few points. And even as far as, how enemies spawn and what strength are the enemies and how does that auto scale versus, your characters and such. So we want everyone to always be challenged and never have too easy a time. And that'll boost the replayability as well, because initially there will be chapter 1, there'll be other game modes, but in the story you'll just have chapter 1, and we want the experience to probably take a character a good 2 to 3 weeks to complete chapter 1.
Okay.
Assuming you don't buy, extra energy and you don't do other things. Now, of course, there's ways to speed it up if you do those things, like buying a strong character, purchasing energy with your millions and millions of hero coins. So yeah, it's something that is, a longer process than perhaps other game types, but we're very happy that we're in a good place where we like all the numbers, all the logic, and we're moving to the more visual parts, I think.
That's awesome.
That we can show soon.
That's awesome. So the final question then, what is your ultimate ability that you want?
I guess since I'm a villain, it would have to be something devious. It would obviously be offense based.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think it'll fit this game because mine would be probably some very sick and twisted form of torture. But yeah, let's say just some type of AoE, area of effect, meaning attack all the enemies on screen.
Yeah.
With something horrific for them.
All right, we'll have to bring in some of Hell's Warriors cross game. All right. Awesome. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that rundown. I know I did. I learned a lot.
Yeah, so that was our couple of minutes for today, and hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Sunday, rest of their weekend. Yeah. And Penguin, enjoy the great outdoors for the second day in a row.
I will try. All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, everyone.